Hello and welcome to our channel. In this video, we will explore the reasons behind the United States' decision to destroy Japan during World War II. We'll take a historical approach to understand the rationale and consequences of this event. So, let's dive in. The United States' decision to drop atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945 remains one of the most controversial and debated events in world history. The bombings resulted in over 200,000 casualties and led to Japan's surrender, ultimately ending World War II. But what led the United States to take such a drastic action? Let's find out. The United States believed that dropping the atomic bombs would force Japan to surrender quickly, avoiding a costly and prolonged ground invasion. This decision was based on the high casualty rates sustained in previous battles between US and Japanese forces in the Pacific. The bombings were intended to create fear and panic among Japan's population and military leadership, demonstrating the power and destructive potential of the United States' new weapon. The bombings also served to assert the United States' dominance on the global stage and to send a clear message to the Soviet Union amid the escalating tensions of the Cold War. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki resulted in widespread death and destruction, with hundreds of thousands of people killed or injured, and vast areas of the cities being reduced to rubble. The bombings led to lasting health problems for the survivors and their descendants, including radiation sickness, cancer, and birth defects. Furthermore, the bombings sparked a global debate on the ethics of using nuclear weapons and prompted the establishment of international nuclear arms control agreements. The bombings solidified the United States' position as a global superpower and contributed to the beginning of the Cold War. Japan, on the other hand, was forced to rebuild its shattered economy and society under US occupation, leading to a significant shift in its political and cultural landscape. One of these factors is the historical context of the war. By 1945, the United States and its allies had been fighting the Axis powers for almost 6 years. The war had claimed millions of lives and wreaked havoc on countries across the world. The United States believed that Japan's refusal to surrender would only prolong the war and lead to even more devastation. Another factor is the technological development of atomic weapons. The Manhattan Project, a research project that led to the creation of the atomic bomb, was a massive undertaking involving some of the world's brightest scientists and engineers. The United States saw the successful development of the bomb as a significant achievement and wanted to demonstrate its power to the world. Furthermore, there is evidence to suggest that the United States' decision was influenced by racism towards the Japanese. The portrayal of the Japanese as savage and inferior in American propaganda during the war contributed to the dehumanization of the Japanese people in the eyes of the American public. This racial bias may have played a role in the decision to use atomic bombs against Japan. Finally, there is a debate among scholars and historians over whether the bombings were necessary to bring about Japan's surrender. Some argue that Japan was already on the brink of collapse due to the relentless bombing campaigns and the Soviet Union's entry into the war, and that the atomic bombs were unnecessary. Others maintain that the bombings were the only way to force Japan to surrender and avoid a costly ground invasion. Overall, the decision to destroy Japan was a complex one, influenced by a variety of factors, including military strategy, politics, technological development, racism, and historical context. The bombings had far-reaching consequences that continue to shape our world today, and it is essential to continue discussing and understanding them to ensure that such a tragedy is never repeated. The decision to destroy Japan through the use of atomic bombs was a complex and controversial one, shaped by military strategy, psychological warfare, and global politics. The bombings had far-reaching consequences, both for Japan and the wider world, and continue to provoke debate and discussion to this day. Thanks for watching.